Hi, today I'm going to be talking with Nicholas Wardell, about coaching. I've done a couple of more talks with some people and it's been really fun, so I'm looking forward to this talk. And I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Diana, I'm a coach, and I do mostly life coaching these days. I used to do health coaching as well, but life coaching is just so much more interesting. And I see we already have a viewer. No, I don't want to invite Colby. Colby's not the plan. I'll just wave at him. I want Nico. Let's see whether Nico's going to show up soon. Come on. Where's Nico? Hello, Colby. So, Nico, where are you? I think there we go. I think there Nico is. Let me see how I can do this. Nope, I don't see it yet. I hate it when I don't see it. Add. Yes, there we go. Nico's joining. Why does Facebook have to take time with that? Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I can see you're here. I'm adding you now. Facebook keeps telling me it's adding you, Nico, so should be good now. I don't know why it takes time. Adding. At least this is working, just not fast. It makes me look kind of stupid talking like this to myself without anybody here and Facebook adding. Why does it take so long? Do you have a slow phone, Nico? Because I want to talk about what Nico's doing, because he's doing amazing stuff as a coach. Come on, Facebook. Blinkingly adding Nico to this talk. Facebook is nice and slow. But I have 4 people watching. That's pretty cool. Doesn't happen all the time. Because what Nico's doing for teachers, I think, is absolutely fascinating. Let's try again. Add. Will it work now? I've clicked it away and started it over, Nico, because for some reason it should work, because you're there. You've said yes. I can see bring them on camera. I've done that. And then I get the nice adding thing with a little cross behind it, but I don't want to cross it. What is this? It worked with Colby and EPAC. Why doesn't it work with you? It's really annoying that it doesn't work. Come on. Everything is working the way it's supposed to. It's just the adding that takes forever. I don't know why. Let me try another way. Add. Does it work now? With Colby and EPAC, it went really quickly. Didn't take this long. I think we're boring people now because we only have 2 viewers left, which is probably Colby and Nico. Why? Colby, do you have any ideas why this is taking forever? Yeah. No, well, the thing is, Colby, is that I can add him. So I have done the add Nico. And then I get this adding little bit. And that's where it hangs on. And I don't know why that is, because that shouldn't just be hanging on there, should it? And I think we lost Nico in the meantime. This is annoying. Why would I ask that, Colby? Why would I ask where his refrigerator is running? What does the refrigerator do? Ah, you have Nico again. All right. Let's see if it works now. Trying with you. Connecting. There, with you it works. Now I need to kick you out.
Where's Nico now? Nico, I
he's still together. I don't know what this is.
It's. I don't think it's on your side, Diana.
No, otherwise it wouldn't be working with you. Okay, I'm gonna try and play them. Now, we're adding again. When will it go for connecting, as it did with Colby? It doesn't do the connecting thing. Huh. Ah, yes, there you are! It worked! Finally, we managed. I've been looking like an idiot for the last 10 minutes, but that's okay. Let's have this talk now. Good.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's okay. That's okay. I was the one looking like an idiot, and I'm cool with that. You still look cool, so we're good. Right.
Here we are.
Here we are. So, tell us about yourself a little bit. What kind of coach are you?
Apparently, I'm a rude coach.
Yeah. You're a decent coach. I know that. You make people's lives hard.
I try to. That's a very good question. What kind of coach I am? I am a coach. Well, I wouldn't say I have a niche, but the people I've been working with are either parents who have issues with their teenagers. I work with teachers. I work with people who try to create something new in their life. I've worked with people who are stuck in a particular situation and are trying to get out, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Cool. What made you go into coaching? Do you have any real plan on how you did that? Or was that just accident?
No, well, kind of. I mean, I've worked in schools for years and years, for almost 20 years, and the idea is the reason why you work in a school is because you want to help people, basically.
Yeah.
And I think the more time goes on, the more it's becoming possible to help people in schools. Like the way schools are designed and the way schools are run at the moment is counterproductive to people's happiness, to children's happiness. It doesn't cater for them. Everybody's treated like a number and like data. And because, and not as humans. So it's very difficult to, everybody needs to fit into that little box, and if they don't, it's a problem for everyone. So it came a point where I realized that it became almost impossible to help people. So I needed to find a new way to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, for me in life, there's two ways to look at things. Either you take from people or you give to people. So I can't do the taking. I've tried before. It doesn't work for me. It's not my thing. So the giving I can do.
Yeah, well, you do with music as well. So
Pardon?
You do that with music as well, because that's also giving.
I do. Yeah, I guess.
Well, it kind of is.
But yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea was basically to try to do something positive and to help people. And somebody recommended coaching, and I didn't really know anything about it, and I honestly thought it was complete bollocks.
Yes, here you are.
You know, and here I am. What I did was I did a little course, a very simple course that I did, and it changed my mind. It was like, okay, I could see what it is, and I can see what it does, and I can see the value of it, and it can probably work.
Yeah.
And I remember having a conversation with my sister. So I'm French. My sister's still in France. And in the company she works in, they actually have a coach division.
That's cool.
Yeah. So suddenly it sort of became that kind of thing of, okay, so it is a job.
It is definitely a thing. So why wouldn't it be a job? Yeah.
Well, it's a thing. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I can do it. And then I tried to find my way, and I couldn't find it because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was looking online, and I would look on Facebook and Instagram and things like that. And all the people I could find were yoga mums with perfect teeth, perfect lives.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these people? Well, I was like, who are these people? They're not real. I don't want to talk to them. Who are they? Right. So it just didn't work for me. And I can't remember how or why, but somehow John Strasser sent me a message and invited me to his, sent me a couple of resources, and then eventually invited me to join his program. And it changed things for me, because suddenly it showed me a way to do things that became really in line with my values.
That's cool. That's really cool. Do you have any really profound experience with coaching, either that you were coached or you were coaching someone else? Something that was this mind-blowing moment where you thought, wow, this is really awesome. We all kind of do.
Pardon?
We all kind of have a moment like that, so I think so.
No,
anyway.
no, I don't. It's all rubbish.
It's all rubbish. You do know that half the world can see this, right?
No, yeah.
Okay,
fine.
cool.
That's they know what to expect from me.
Yeah. It's good that they know who they get on with, who they talk to before they actually start talking.
I think there's I think personally for me, I think a really important point was having a talk with Anna Ostepanova on the course, and she is trained as a therapist.
Yeah.
And she told me that this the therapist believe that everybody should get therapy because everybody's broken somehow.
Yeah.
But they also think there's a small group of people who have managed to create an environment around them, like a biosphere around them to protect them. And when they do that, everything's fine. They function, they work, everything's all right.
Yeah.
And those people, if you were to put them through therapy, it would actually break that bubble and it would collapse.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah,
should not be. Yeah, those people should not be touched.
Yeah, unless their life gets messed up. Unless someone starts messing with their life, then they might need some therapy.
Yeah, and she reckons I'm one of them.
No, I can see that.
And when she told me that, I was like, oh yeah, I could totally see that. So I think that was interesting for me. So the idea is not that I don't need help. I do.
We all do.
The thing is, I don't need help often.
I don't need a bit of a push every now and then.
Yeah, but when I do, I do. I need, well, the way I like to call it, I need a kick up. I need a kick up the backside, a couple of slaps in the face that put me back on track.
Yeah.
Give me a kick up the backside, couple of slaps, turn me around and go this way, push me, and that's it. I'm good to go again. But I need that to happen.
Yeah. Well, I think many of us do. Some need it a bit more gentle, but you obviously don't.
Yeah. Nah. Nah.
Would make life too
I
easy.
think when I was a kid, I used to read Asterix, right?
Hmm.
And they would always have a fight with fishes.
Yeah.
And since I was a kid, it's always a
Oh,
case of,
yes.
you know, when things don't go well, what you need to do is just slap in the face with a wet fish.
Yeah, fair. I
Yeah,
remember those. Yeah, I read those.
yeah,
They were good fights.
yeah.
They
They
were
were
definitely good fights.
definitely.
Yeah.
A fight's always better when a fish is involved
Yeah, definitely. It also smells better, I guess.
somehow.
So what are
Yeah,
you doing right now with your coaching business? Because there might be some
right.
teachers watching. You never know.
There are some people watching.
There are
There are
people
some
watching,
people
but there might
watching.
be
Maybe
teachers
they,
among them.
yeah, possibly. So let's mention the teachers.
Definitely.
What I've done is I've created a support group for teachers. And the idea is if you work in a school and as a teacher you're struggling, and most people are,
Yeah.
what happens is you have nobody that you can turn to really. If you
Hmm.
talk to, say, your head of department or somebody like that, you know, they might have a couple of words with you, but at the end of the day, they can't really do an awful lot.
Hmm.
They don't really have the time, they don't have the energy. You know, you could talk to your colleagues, but your colleagues have their own problems. You also don't see them because you're rushed from one place to another throughout the day.
Yeah.
When you go home, you could talk to some people there, but one, you don't want to burden them. Two, you've got work to do. Three, they've got things to do.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. There isn't just nobody you can turn to. And if you are really struggling and you really ask for help through official channels, then what you get is support, which
Hmm.
effectively means you're hunted down and um, just it becomes really invasive. You know, it's not
Hmm.
support. It's almost bullying.
That's a bit too
So
much
there's
then.
nobody you can turn to. Yeah. So the idea is I wanted to create a space for teachers to have conversations, right?
Hmm.
Because if you're a teacher, you're only doing two things. Either you're talking to people
Yeah.
or you have somebody talk to you,
Okay.
but you never have a conversation. So you can
Uh,
never exchange things.
yeah.
You can't, you know, so for example, if you think you've had a bad day, you think you're the worst teacher in the world, and um, you think every other teacher around you is doing great, but they're
Hmm.
not, right? If you actually could talk to them, you'll see that they've had a rubbish day as well,
Yeah.
and that's extremely important.
Yeah.
But it's not something you really see.
No.
Um, then you know you don't know how other people struggle. You don't know how they do. You don't know how they deal with things as well, and it's very difficult.
Hmm.
So the idea of the group is we'll meet up on Zoom every other week. We'll discuss particular topics like workload,
Hmm.
like you know, showing up in a more positive attitude, you know, those kind of things basically. And
Yeah.
we'll have access to some materials that might be helpful to some people, might not.
Worth a
We'll
shot.
have conversation.
Hmm.
Pardon?
It's worth a shot to
We'll
hand
have
out some stuff that might help.
yeah, exactly. We'll have you know, some things will help some people and will not help others, but
Yeah.
you can't predict that because
No.
everybody's different.
Yeah.
We'll have what we'll do is we'll try to have as many discussions as possible. So what I don't want to do is spend an hour talking. That's
That's
not
fair.
going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to go to breakout rooms
Hmm.
and maybe discuss a couple of things. Maybe ask each other some questions. You know,
Yeah.
those kind of things. We'll have access to some materials.
Hmm.
We'll also have some guest speakers. That's
cool.
that's in the plan. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to have the mighty Kobe has already agreed to
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be
be a
fun.
guest.
That would
That
be
would be
fun.
fun. Yeah, that would be fun, and that would be very useful for the people to see
Yeah.
like almost like a more scientific approach to this. You know.
Yeah.
I also have Helma has agreed to join us. She's a coach who
Cool.
works in
Okay.
going to have a Facebook group where we can share
Good plan.
yeah, things like share, you know, successes and failures as well. I think it's important to celebrate failures,
That's
because
pretty cool.
then you see that people are failing, and usually it's quite funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to laugh at it instead of kind of be mortified at the terrible mistakes that we made. Right? Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan.
That sounds like a really good plan. I hope you get a lot of people to join you in that, because there are so many teachers.
It's for me, there are so many teachers. For me, the idea is that you provide something that doesn't exist, that is extremely beneficial. Potentially, it's not for everybody, but for a lot of people, it will be very beneficial.
No, but for at least half of them.
Yeah, half of them. Is
at
that
least half of them will
prediction? Is that
benefit
a
from
scientific
something like
fact?
that. There's always 50% of people that will need something like that.
So,
you know, 90%. But even if half of them only, you know, want to do something like that, that's a lot of teachers.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, because that would be like something like 300,000 people. I have 30 spaces.
That would be cool.
Chill. Cool your boots, people. Cool.
30,000
people.
Then you just have to add a couple of zeros to your spaces.
That would be interesting. But yeah, so that's the plan.
Yeah. Sounds like a really good one. I'm pretty sure
I
you're going to get
so. I hope it's going to make. You know what? I can't remember the statistics. I might get it wrong, but I think last year 40,000 teachers in the UK quit the job.
That's a lot.
40,000. Yeah.
That is a lot.
And the reason for that is workload and things like that. You know, and that's people who were dedicated to do, but they were still willing to give it a go, and they got driven out. Right?
Yeah.
They got driven out because they've had no support.
The support is so
I'm
important.
hoping to change that.
Yeah, that an area where there's far too little, so that I can see it working quite well, because the people that I know that are teachers, there are not many of them, but they do talk about the lack of support. So it's a pretty common thing. If I've heard about it and I don't know many teachers, then it's definitely a common thing, because I don't know many. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you
I've just noticed?
Yeah.
I would like to say something. Yeah, I noticed there's a message from Kobe there, so I'm just going to make him happy.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he'll like that. I'm not really sure Kobe's still watching though, but yes, he asked for that.
Well,
he will be watching again then, because he might just have something else to do, but then because he will watch to the end at some point for sure. And there's a love. Someone certainly liked that one. So cool.
Okay, good.
Is that the last bit you wanted to say? The shadow puppets?
No, maybe, possibly.
Oh, it's Denise, my friend, who liked what you just did. Hello, Denise. So what else do you want to say?
Yeah.
You can speak French to her, by the way, if you want to. To Denise.
Merci, Denis. Merci, Denis. C'est très gentil.
She's Canadian, but speaks French.
Steve. I forgot now.
Sorry.
One of my best friends spent a year in Quebec and came back with tons of Quebec swear words. Love it. They're all church derived for some reason.
Makes me wonder what the church is doing that happens, but
well,
let's not go down that topic. We were talking about coaching.
Yeah, sorry. Yes.
So, any last words? Because we've been talking for a good 20 minutes now. It's been a
Wow,
long
that's
Facebook Live.
amazing. I don't know how long it's meant to be.
No, I have no idea. I just do
Um,
something.
mm.
Whether I do it well or not.
Okay, I'm just going to say one thing because I think it's quite important. If somebody like me who was quite skeptical about coaching ends up being a coach and seeing the value of it,
Yeah.
I would think that a good 80% of people on this planet would probably really benefit from it.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So if it's not something you know anything about and would like to find out a bit more about it, I think what you ought to do is contact people like Diana or me or anybody that you know who's a coach. Yeah, and basically drop them a line, and what we'll do is we'll have a chat with you and give you a free call and have a look. And I think it might really change things for you. You know, sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah, I think so too. I've personally found it very useful. So.
Me too.
That's good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I've been doing this for about, well, a year-ish, and people who haven't seen me in a while, when I've seen them again over the summer, they were like, "Wow, you're different."
Yeah, I've experienced that with a friend as well. He and I met up just before the lockdown. I had a chat in a bar. It was all cool, and then we met up again in a pub, as we're in England, after lockdown, and he had this thing, "What happened to you?" Because life had changed, and it continues to change, and I think that's just amazing. So one of the total bonuses of doing this, when you become a coach yourself, you have to do the personal development and get coached, otherwise it's gonna happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because then when you put yourself in a situation where you try things, things happen. I mean, it's sort of unrelated, but today I've been invited to this new radio in Brighton, and I've been offered a radio show there.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
And all these things happen. All these things happen because you kind of just grab opportunities and and your attitude is different, and people just talk to you.
Yeah, I found that just talking more with people gives more opportunities. Somehow,
rather than being a miserable goth like I usually am,
Yeah, it's been cool. Right, shall we finish it up for today? Because we can talk another time. Okay.
Well, I think you can wrap this up, because you're the professional here. So go.
I'm the professional, right? I'm just doing something and trying not to do it too badly this time. First time I did it badly, now I'm doing it better, as you do. Right.
That's life.
Thank you for this talk. It was fun. I enjoyed
Very
myself.
welcome. Thank you for
inviting me. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And let's do it again sometime.
Wonderful. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. See you next time.
Bye, and bye from my shadow puppet rabbit.
Yeah. No, do a good one. What do you have? Do you have anything like an elephant or whatever with two hands or something?
I'm going to try something.
Okay.
I'm having this. I don't know what that is.
That's
fox?
kind of. I don't know.
No idea. Anyway.
All right. Bye.